Hey guys, Charles Damiano back from the Bruce Lee collection, and once again I'm here with my good buddy Hector Martinez.
Charlie!
Always a pleasure, buddy. Thank you for inviting me once again into your Bruce Lee gallery here. I always get excited when I come by because again, you have one of the most impressive collections on pop culture, Bruce Lee, Brandon Lee, you name it, you have it in here, and I always get excited. So once again, thanks for inviting me by, and I know you have a really special episode lined up for us here today. I know for those of you who don't know, Hector's a very big Brandon Lee and Crow fan, and you know, you have some really unique items here today that I've never seen, and I'd love you to share with the audience today. So I'm gonna let you talk about these Crow items, where you picked them up, the history behind them. Mm-hmm. I know you put your white gloves on here.
I'm ready. I'm ready.
You're ready?
Like those really fancy museums.
It looks that way.
I mean, listen, these things are priceless to me. I mean, they may be worthless to somebody else. But to me as a fan, I mean, these things, they mean a lot. So, you know, we got to take care of them.
Hey man, they're collectibles and we get excited about that. So yeah, so why don't you tell us what you have here today?
We got to get really dramatic. Make it look really fancy.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, Charlie, I'm excited to share with you and with your audience two very unique pieces that I recently picked up from Italy.
Italy, okay, that's a different country here.
Yeah, let me tell you, the Italians, they love Brandon and they love the Crow. I mean, who doesn't, right? So, but what you're looking at here, these are actually record store day releases.
Okay.
Record store day releases are very, very limited special releases that are released on record store day for vinyl collectors.
Wow.
So, what you're looking at is two very different releases from the band called The Cure.
Okay.
And The Cure recorded a song called Burn, which is featured in The Crow.
Absolutely.
And it's a great song, and it plays when Brandon is applying his Crow makeup.
Ah, yes.
And he's putting on his outfit, and he's getting ready for revenge, you know?
Yeah, that's that classic scene where he's by the mirror, and he's getting ready, and he looks like he's armying up for revenge.
And it's a great scene, Charlie, because it's the scene where Brandon has a flashback of Top Dollar and his gang.
Oh, yes.
When they sadly killed Shelley Webster and, of course, Eric Draven, played by Brandon Lee. So Brandon is having all these, flashbacks in the movie and getting ready for revenge.
Yes, yes.
And that's when the song comes in. It's a very energetic, kind of erotic, kinetic sound.
I get you. I remember that.
Prepares the audience for what's to come. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
So Charlie, here we have two very limited vinyl 7-inch 45s from Italy. Now this one is the standard black vinyl.
Oh, I got you.
And as you can see, it features the artwork, the original artwork created by James O'Barr for the very limited underground comic, The Crow. So Charlie, what makes these special is that they're very limited, limited pressings. And so starting with this one, this is the black vinyl, which features the artwork from James O'Barr's underground comic book, The Crow.
The Crow.
And as you can see, this is Eric Draven here. It says The Crow.
Yeah, what a beautiful...
Yeah, and it's got a photo of Eric and a rose.
Yeah, beautiful label.
Yeah,
beautiful label.
Yeah, this is a great piece. This is 300 pressings were made of this one.
Wow.
The black vinyl.
Very rare, very limited supply.
Yeah.
And what about the white?
The white one is even more limited, which is it's exciting because you know that you're in it. At least you've got one of 100.
Yeah.
So
that's all they made.
Yeah, so I'm pretty happy about it. So this one here again features Eric Draven, Anna Rose, and only 100 pressings were made of the white vinyl. So it's 300 black vinyl pressings and 100 white vinyl pressings.
Only 400 total were produced.
Yes, sir. 400 in total.
Wow, look at that.
So as you can see, this is the Cure Record Store Day limited edition of 400 copies, 300 black vinyl and 100 color vinyl.
Wow, beautiful. They put nice picture sleeve together on that record.
And the back is really nice.
Some pictures of Brandon.
You're going to show
absolutely,
close-up photos.
Wow, look at that.
And
beautiful.
It's got the Crow burning when it was in flames. It's got the Cure It's got the scenes of Brandon and also another great. Oh, this is a shot of Gabriel, the cat.
Yeah, look at that.
So we've got the cat in there, Gabriel. Yeah. Now, side A features Burn, the original version, and side B features a song called Love Will Tear Us Apart by a group called Joy Division.
Ah, okay.
So, and let me show the audience. So we've got Brandon here on the cover. Well, Eric Draven. And in the back is the Love Will Tear Us Apart from The Cure, but it's a cover version from another band.
Yep, look at that.
And
Wow.
It's got this, yeah.
And we'll take some pictures of those. We'll also show some close-ups of that as
Yeah.
well. Those are beautiful, man.
Absolutely.
Very appropriate to wear the white gloves today.
Yeah. Well, you don't want to leave oil on your records.
Yep.
And I've done that in the past when I was young, grabbing them like this. You don't do that anymore. At the end, you want to take care of your vinyl.
Now, is the picture sleeve on the black vinyl the same as the white vinyl, except it's just a white and black?
You're right.
Same exact picture sleeve?
It's the same exact picture sleeve.
Oh, yeah, look at that. Okay.
Yep. It's got the cemetery. It's got pictures of The Cure, Brandon, Gabriel, the cat.
Yep.
And it's the very same sleeve.
Right.
It's kind of hard. It's
Yes,
not,
nice.
It's not a
Beautiful.
paper. It's more
Wow.
like a cardboard type of sleeve. Yeah.
So they used the same sleeve. One was just the white vinyl, and one was the black vinyl.
The black vinyl.
Nice.
Now, Charlie, when I usually search for The Crow, I don't know what I'm going to find.
Yeah.
Because the thing is that usually when I search, I want to search for vintage items.
Mm-hmm.
Stuff that came out back in '94 from a company called Kitchen Sink.
Right.
And Kitchen Sink was licensed to release Crow memorabilia, promotional items, all these different products pertaining to the Crow.
Back in the 90s.
Back in the 90s.
Got ya.
And but what I enjoy is that they were limited.
Yeah.
So people that fell in love with the Crow like I did. I actually went to the movies with my mother.
Oh, did you?
To see
it?
the Crow? Yeah.
Yeah, man, I remember it was like yesterday when I seen that. I saw it with one of my friends at the time. I was actually competing in bodybuilding shows, I remember, in '94. It was like one of my first or second bodybuilding shows, and I was all depleted and dehydrated, but I went, and the Crow came out
To see it.
To see it, and I was
Yeah.
sitting there, and I brought my protein shake with me, and I'm watching it. It was so crystal clear because, it was so unfortunate, again, what happened to Brandon, just like what happened to his dad 20 years earlier.
Yeah.
So
It kind of like it.
you just remember that, man.
Yeah, the memories just came
Oh.
back flowing again.
I know.
Charlie, I also want to share with you some other items I have here.
Yeah, so what do you have here on this side of the table?
Yeah, well, this one here, we had featured this in one of your past episodes.
Yes.
I don't remember what episode it was, but this is the Crow Crew cap, and what it is that this cap was created specially for the people that worked on the film.
Oh, okay.
They weren't made for sale. These were you had to be part of the crew. Members of the set to receive this hat. So I got this from someone who worked in Wilmington, North Carolina.
Well, that's where they were filming it. Yeah,
Yes.
absolutely.
So these people actually worked on the Crow.
Yeah,
And
that's a nice one. What's the picture of that? Oh, it has the crow and a skull.
yeah, it's got the crow and a skull, and then on top of the crow, on the skull's forehead, it says the Crow.
Wow, nice.
Yeah.
We'll show a close up of that as well.
Yeah,
That'd
yeah.
be great.
So we spoke about that before. Now today I brought this one. This one is a really nice one. This is also from 1994, and this is an official Kitchen Sink Crow cap.
Ah, okay. So they licensed this.
This is licensed, and it's one of the very first items before the action figures, before the soundtrack albums and all these things. This is part of the first batch
Right.
of Crow memorabilia.
Wow.
Yeah, so this is very lucky to find this one because it was pretty tough for me to get this.
Did you recently pick this one up, or did you have this in your collection?
No, I got this about a month ago.
Oh, you did. So it's a
Yeah.
fairly new acquisition for you.
Yeah, it's a new
look at that.
acquisition.
Nice.
And so it's got the bird here on the front,
Yep,
as you
I
can
see
see
that.
it. And then on the back, it says the Crow.
Oh, look at that in red.
In
That's-
red.
Yeah.
Well, you
yeah.
could barely see it from
Yeah,
here,
we'll
but
show-
we'll get
we'll show a
closer
nice pickup.
photos. Yeah.
Picture
So
of
this
that.
is
Wow, fantastic.
that's a nice piece. I'm so
Wow.
happy that I got this. You know why? Because now it's like the pair.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
you have the crew cap, and then you have the promotional kitchen sink license
Wow.
cap.
Well, those are some beautiful items there, man. I
Thank
love
you,
them.
man. Thank
I love
you.
them. I love the white vinyl, the black, and these two caps really to add to your Brandon Lee and Crow collection.
Yeah,
Because you have quite a few very original items on Brandon Lee, which is great. I mean, I know you own his outfit behind us.
Yeah.
You own the Crow. You own the Crow arm. You own the clapboard. You have a lot of oddities, which is always great to add to your collection. And since you're such a big Crow fan, I have a question for you, because I have a lot of fans out there that love Bruce Lee and Brandon Lee that always watch all the episodes we put out together and separately, and a question keeps getting posed, and I'd like to ask you the question, because it's on Brandon Lee, and there's a big debate right now as to whether they should remake the original Crow. So Hollywood is deciding to put the Crow out again and find a different actor and do a whole remake of the 1994 classic The Crow that Brandon Lee put out. And I'd like to hear your opinion on that, because there's a lot of different opinions out there. And being you're such a big Brandon Lee fan, what are your thoughts on that? Should they remake The Crow, or should they just leave it alone as a classic that it is?
Yeah. Well, Charlie, the question that you're asking me about a remake of The Crow, the original idea, the original story, the original concept.
Exactly.
Nothing new, just a remake.
A remake.
A 2022, a 2023 remake of The Crow. All right. You asking me that question, and I'm speaking in general, because I know someone asked you the question for you to ask me, or another Crow fan. You asking me that question is the equivalent of somebody asking me, Hector, do you think that Taxi Driver should be remade? Do you think that The Godfather should be remade? Do you think that Enter the Dragon should be remade? Nothing new, the same concept with Lee, Roper, and Williams. My answer is no. My answer is no. Why would you fix something that's not broken? There's no reason. If you want to see The Crow, you might as well see the original Crow, the original concept, the original idea that was created at that specific time for a specific audience with the proper actors. No one could replace Brandon Lee. Yeah. It's impossible. You could bring Jason Momoa, who was originally chosen as perhaps a chance of redoing The Crow. I don't care. You could bring Tom Cruise or any actor, big time actor. You don't touch something that was already created before the foundation of time. Yeah. That was destined to be made in 1993 or 1994. Bro, I listen. It doesn't. You could bring it could be the biggest production. You could have the best director, the best movie sets, millions and millions of dollars into the production. It doesn't matter. You can't remake The Big Boss. No. Bruce Lee's Big Boss. Yeah. It was a very low-budget film made in 1971 in Bangkok, Thailand. But how could you recreate that grace, that charm that low-budget film had and continues to make an impression in us? I would not touch The Crow.
You wouldn't touch it, yeah.
The Crow is Brandon Lee's masterpiece, Brandon Lee's part of his legacy. And I believe that The Crow should be left belonging to Brandon. It's Brandon's baby. The way Linda Lee and everybody else said, Enter the Dragon is Bruce Lee's baby. Yep. So is The Crow. The Crow is It's not my favorite Brandon Lee film. Yep. My favorite is Legacy of Rage. But The Crow is what catapulted Brandon Lee into Brandon Lee.
Yeah, it really did. It really
leave it alone. I mean, bro, I'll be honest with you. A producer contacts me and tells me, listen, Hector, I've been seeing your videos on YouTube. I see that you're a fan of The Crow. We're inviting you to do a commentary on our new remake of The Crow. I'm going to say, you find somebody else.
Exactly. Wow.
I don't care, because Charlie and me, we're doing just fine with our humble YouTube videos. Yep. We have fans and friends that enjoy our material. That's good enough for me. Wow. I will not sell my soul and do a commentary on something that I do not believe in.
Yeah, well, that's a great answer, and I couldn't agree more with you on that. Yeah, man. That was a fantastic answer, and like you, I feel exactly the same. I mean, it was his baby. It's like saying, let's create Enter the Dragon again, or let's recreate The Wizard of Oz. It's just not going to happen. It became a classic for a reason. Yeah, let it be Let it sit there. Let it be one of a kind.
That's
it was
it.
destined to be Brandon Lee's baby. Leave it at that. So
100%.
Why don't we get to hear what you guys think? Do you guys think Brandon Lee's The Crow should be remade or should it be left alone? Let us hear from you. Write in on the comments. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. You just heard Hector Martinez's thoughts, my thoughts. Should they remake The Crow or should it be left alone as Brandon Lee's baby?
No.
Comment below, man. Let us hear from you. Well, listen, man, this was a great episode. I'm so glad that I came over. I'm so glad you shared these wonderful Crow items with us. They're great additions to your collection.
Thank you,
and
bro.
I want to thank you once again for
You get rid of these gloves already.
There we go. For allowing me to come into your home like
Thank you,
always
Charlie.
and grace us with these beautiful items, man. So really appreciate it.
My pleasure,
And
bro.
for those of you who are new to the channel and like what you saw today, please hit the like button and also subscribe to the channel. And once again, Charles Damiano signing out from the Bruce Lee Collection. As always saying, have fun collecting and we'll see you guys next Friday.
You got it.
Take care, guys. Woo! I love it, man. Wow. Very good episode.
Yeah?
Thank